Last week we spoke about the shadow self. Now we're going to talk about how we can use it to heal. Shadow work is not pretty. It gets deep, it gets dark, and it gets dirty, but it is a necessary part of the journey into self. You cannot look at yourself with the honest eyes of truth and clarity whilst avoiding the shadow part of yourself. It's there. It's deep and it's dark, and it is desperate to have the light shone upon it so that it can be integrated back into the light, allowing us to come back into the wholeness of ourselves. Through deep conditioning in all of the lives that we've led, we've often been taught to be something that we're not. And those parts of us that have been shamed by society have been kept buried deep. To set ourselves free from the control that our shadow has on us, we have to revisit those experiences and look at them through the honest eyes of love, compassion, and understanding. We have to see the truth of the driving force of our fears and insecurities. We've often been a slave to these experiences since childhood and beyond, allowing them to both torture and define us. But when we have the courage to look at these experiences square in the eye, their power subsides, the shame disperses, and we can integrate them back into ourselves as valid experiences on the path to being whole. Now, as I mentioned in my previous video on intuition, healing is like peeling back layers of an onion, one small layer at a time. We need to start the journey by looking at what is currently on the surface, ready to be seen in this moment. The journaling's a good place to start. What's triggering you at this moment in time? What's making you mad or sad? What's making you shy away, shut down, or feel embarrassed? More often than not, these emotions and reactions are all the result of the unhealed and unintegrated shadow. Ask yourself what experiences you've had in your past that may have led you to feeling the way that you do now. Write about them. Allow yourself to really go into those memories and feelings. Allow yourself to feel the emotion of them. How did that experience make you feel? What would you have done differently if you were having that experience now? Would you have expressed yourself differently? Allow yourself to feel any anger or sadness that comes up. It's good that it's coming up because it's giving you the opportunity to feel it, then release it, which is all part of the healing process. Now, in true onion peeling style, the first layer may take you to more recent memories and experiences so that you can sit with the emotions of the memories that you're ready to dive into first. And this is a great place to start. But if you really want to get to the core of these emotions, then you need to follow these memories like a thread, one layer at a time, until they take you back to your childhood, where you're likely to find the root cause of the limiting belief in shadow. That one memory that taught you that you were this or that you weren't good enough, where you didn't feel validated or seen in that moment. That one experience that took seed in your mind, rooting itself in all that you are and all that you believe yourself to be. When we find that root, we can change its shape and form by gently nurturing it out of the shadow and back into the light. The gentle manger of the child holds a life that's meek and mild. The mother's gentle, tender words, the lullaby of chirping birds. The sound of song that's oh so sweet, baby nestling on the teats. But this softness is not maintained. The parents, they become quite drained. Stress and tiredness leave them strained. And then the child from this is trained. Tired hearts and tired minds lead to words that are not kind. Tired hearts and tired minds, then the child no longer shines. These memories are buried deep. The price we pay for them is steep. These memories, they need to shift. Shadow work is a gift, a way to help to set us free. These memories we need to see. So I hope you enjoyed this week's message. Please join us next week as we take a look at inner child work and how we can use it to heal and integrate the shadow self. Thank you for listening.